Well, good morning, y'all, and it is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on Little Women Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 1. Guess who's back? If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining the channel. To all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you. Yes, Auntie is doing this from a secret location. No, I'm just kidding. I am in my car and on my way to work. And I was like, I have got to get this review out today. I wanted to do it last night, but I had so many other things that was going on. I said, you know what? We can go ahead on and be flexible, and I will do it from my car. Okay, y'all look. Y'all know I have been waiting for over a year for this show to come back on, right? And I'm so happy that it did. For some reason, it's like a little thing on the top of this. I don't know what that's about, but okay. All right. So, y'all know I've been waiting for this show to come back for a year. And it finally came back, and it came back with a bang. We're going to go ahead on and recap on these little bitches, okay? Okay, let me get myself together. All right, so Amanda and Andrea, the tiny, trifling, twerking twins, they still haven't got. Hey, now Andrea, Amanda comes over to Andrea's house, okay, and basically she said, "Girl, it smells good in here, but they won't make it nothing but sandwiches." I said, "How the hell does it feel good or smell good in the house when you just making sandwiches?" I was like, "Oh, okay, I digress. I mean, what the hell?" I guess, the mayonnaise and, the ham and cheese or whatever smell good. So, I mean, who am I, you know, to judge? Who am I to judge? So basically, we got them, making ham and cheese sandwiches or whatever, with the tomatoes and all of that kind of stuff. And Andrea's like, "Look, girl, the kids is with mom and dad, for 3 months." Who has children and continue to leave them with their parents? This girl got a whole tribe of children. And every time you turn around, her parents got those children. I just don't understand her mentality and her thought process as it relates to being a mom. See, birthing a child just does not make it does not make you a mom. But anyway, okay. She said the kids is with the mother because she needs to make a decision about what they're going to do, with their career. What career? A career in twerking? It's too many girls that do it better, boo, and look better. But I mean, I ain't no beauty queen, okay? But I'm just saying, I ain't out there twerking that ass either. So basically, she says, we're going to go ahead on and we're going to do this because we want to get our career together. But you should have got your career together before you got pregnant. Now, I know I'm trying to move off of this show, but I can't. Okay? I can't. Because why didn't you get your career together when your sister was begging your ass not to have all of these children? So now not only do they want to be twerking twins, now they think that they can be, do rap and do singing and the damn girls couldn't even read off of a cue card. They couldn't even read off a teleprompter. These bitches can't read, allegedly. So anyway, Amanda, as we all know, last season, the last time we saw him, Jordan had proposed to Amanda. And, that ass, was happy and was crying and everything. And she basically tells her sister, "Look, I'm ready to get married to Jordan." And so Andrea's like, "How you gonna be ready to get, I got the kids is gone for 3 months and, I got to twerk my ass those whole 3 months. I mean, every day, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got but 90 days to twerk my ass. And I don't need you getting married during my 90-day twerking season." Bitch, if you don't sit, this is not, okay. All right, so basically, she doesn't want Amanda to concentrate on getting married because she wants her to she wants her to basically allow her to have more kids and do fulfill her twerking season. So okay. So she's gonna fulfill a twerking season. Amanda wants Jordan to marry her. They want to be R&B artists. They want to do hip hop and twerking all at the same time. And so we move on for them. Then we catch up with Minnie. Minnie still ain't doing nothing but living her whole goddamn fat ass life around these kids. Now, we thinking last season, Minnie came up and said she had congestive heart failure and everything, right? And so, that was supposed to pull on our heartstrings because the bitch had already lied and said that, she had, a miscarriage and, the bitch wasn't ever pregnant. No way. So, in order to gain our sympathy, because that's what I felt like it was. In order to gain our sympathy, that ass lied and said, well, I got congestive heart failure. Now, the doctors, I think, did maybe confirm that, so I don't want to say that her fat ass lie. But when I looked at her neck, that big sausage link neck, I mean, she straight up looked like Smithfield. Y'all, come on now. She looked like... Minnie was looking like the whole pig. I mean, I'm not talking about, the pork chops, it breaking down into pork chops and spare ribs and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, Minnie was looking like the whole pig. And then I was looking at her neck and all that girth, you know what I'm saying? And it just all that just choking and just choking the hell, okay, out of her makeup. That ass was so many colors. Miss Juicy went live last night. And I was like, Miss Juicy, she's talking about what y'all thinking about the show. I'm thinking about how many colors Minnie ass was. Minnie was many colors. Y'all don't hear me out here. Minnie was so many goddamn colors, I could not understand what the hell was going on with Minnie's ass. Get your life. You talking about you got congestive heart failure. You're out there crying last year at the damn marathon. I mean, the last time, because I can't say last year because they've been off for a damn year. And you out there looking at all kinds of hot ass mess. Come on, Minnie. And then you sitting up there worrying about what Juicy doing with the tiny twerking twins. Okay, I got to calm down and I got to slow down. So basically, Minnie's ass... all the girls got together and they was like, okay, let's find out. Let's catch up with one another and find out what's going on. So the tiny twerking trifling twins start telling Miss Juicy, baby, about their aspirations to be, hip hop artists. Okay. I can't be laughing. So they tell Miss Juicy baby about, their aspirations and everything. So Juicy was like, I got somebody that, I got to hook up and everything. I'm going to go ahead and hook y'all little bitches up. So the little bitches, they want to be hooked up and everything. So Minnie was like, no, they not. So Monie was like, really ain't had nothing going on. She trying to get, custody of her son and everything. I'm so damn glad Monie gone. I don't mean no harm. I know that's Miss Juicy girl and everything. And I know, Monie got married, you know what I'm saying? But I'm so glad Monie gone because I didn't think that Monie contributed a damn thing to the cast. She just was one of them tag along. You know what I'm saying? Like the little, the little Girl Scout cookies that you buy every year. Bitch just in a box and just tag that ass along. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So Minnie is mad because Juicy baby is like, I'm gonna go head on and I'm gonna hook y'all up with this dude that wants to meet with me, just executives. So Juicy baby goes and she goes down to the little studio to meet with these guys. They supposed to be like people that'll get you on and popping and everything. They got a little tour and they need to open the act. And Miss Juicy baby was like, I got that for you. I got that. You know what I'm saying? Let me in. Open up the door. Let me in. I got some little tiny twerking trifling twins that could do it. And I got a left cheek and a right cheek for that ass. So the dude was like, what, these little people? So Minnie was like, yeah, they little people. And so he was like, we need some real stars. We don't need no damn circus. Okay, so he was like, we don't need no more full circus. So Juicy was like, look, I'ma prove you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Miss Juicy. Bye. So, you know, she was like, I'ma prove you wrong. So dude was like, look, I ain't got the tolerance for this bull. You go ahead on and talk to, you know, my partner. He got more patience for this bull. So Minnie was like, Miss Juicy Baby was like, don't make me no never mind long, because you know what I'm saying, I get to get my girls out there. So in the meantime, and in between time, little Minnie, who ain't got no goddamn life, ain't got nothing going on, she goes and she says that, you know, she wants to be with the tiny twerking twins because she want to send something to the babies that's back at home in Texas with the parents for 3 damn months, okay, during twerking season. So all she really wants to do is tell him that, you know, she back with Pastor, whatever his name is. So the girls was like, well, what you back with him for? She was like, you know, he want me to do these little sound things, you know. You know, I go out there and I say, hey, this is Minnie. Welcome to DJ. And you're listening to Curabot. So she definitely, she's mad because, as we all know, Minnie wants to be juicy so bad. So she at this time tells the girls that she wants to start her own podcast. Bitch, you was talking about that a year ago. You mean to tell me you ain't started a podcast? Bitch, I'm sitting in my car right now with my cell phone in my hand, with my damn interior light on, and I'm recording. Bitch, it don't take that much, okay? Now, I got to make sure that I get, you know, this video out here to my peeps, and so that's why I'm doing it. Usually, I don't be in the car like that. Y'all know I don't be in no car like that, but I was like, my peeps need to get this review. So anyway, this little tight-ass little heifer, you know, basically says that she wants to, you know, start a podcast and all of this all kind of bull stuff with Pastor. What is his name? Pastor, oh my God, I can't think of his damn name. It ain't relevant. So we see her go over there with him, and he was like, you know, what's up, Minnie? So she did a little sound bite for him and everything. And he was like, all right, then thank you. All right, see you. She was like, wait a minute, skirt, stop. I want to, I want to start a podcast. And he was like, yeah, you do good, Minnie. You know, go ahead on. So she was like, you know, I want to, he was like, you probably need to have a little co-host, somebody you can bounce back off of and everything. And so Minnie was like, what about you? He was like, bitch, please. He said, the last time you was up in here, we was about to have a little baby. So, you know, he squirt down and everything. You know, he squat all the way down, you know, on this motherfucker. On his ankles and everything. You know, try and hit up in a little thing with Minnie, because, you know, you got to go low with Minnie. And not just because Minnie's a little person, but because her stomach is so damn low down on the ground. You got to go up underneath that mofo. You know what I'm saying? Like a mushroom. You know what I'm saying? Like a troll under a bridge, and they got to go up underneath the mushroom. That's what you got to do with Minnie. So anyway, Pastor, whatever his name is, was trying to go low down with her, and he just was like, you know, this is just too damn low. I mean, you know, this is lower than a limbo. So basically, that ass is just, you know, he was like, no, I ain't doing it with you. So he put her little ass out. He got her to do what he needed her to do, and he put that ass out. When she had said something to Amanda and Andrea about it, they was like, oh, you messing with Pastor again? And she was like, no, it's just business. Damn right it's just business. Because he didn't hit that little thing, and he don't want no more of that. He don't want no more juice. You ain't got to close the juice bar down, boo. Ain't no more juice to be squoze up out your little ass. So anyway, I digress. So Juicy, you know, she goes back and she meets with the guy, and she said, you know, I basically want left cheek and right cheek and everything, you know, to be an open act, but I also want to work with the tiny trifling twerking twins too. Miss Juicy, now I'm gonna tell you, you know I like you. You know what I'm saying? I bunk with you, and you bunk with me. We bunk with each other. But goddamn it, before you start doing your little talks and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, your little sound bites, look in the mirror, damn it. Because when I looked at your ass and I saw that your little collar was turned up, I said, now who the fuck didn't tell Miss Minnie that her shirt was folded on the wrong side? Don't be doing that to Minnie. Then when you was sitting up there talking to the tiny twerking twins, you had all that lipstick on your teeth. I Don't be, no, don't be doing that to Miss Juicy. Miss Juicy, mirror check, boo. Mirror check before you do this stuff. I know you busy with Ricky Smiley and all that kind of stuff, but you got the mirror check. Let me mirror check. Okay. So but so Juicy, basically playing both sides. She playing both sides. She want the tiny twerking twins because she basically got to see which one of the guys want to be. She want to be their road manager and stuff like that. And I ain't feeling that. I think that she needs to go with who she think is the best. Put the best act up. But Minnie gonna go out there and put both of them up, knowing that the main manager, the main guy, of this particular company said, hell to the no, I don't want no circus. And the thing about it is, if they're not serious about their craft and they're not doing what they're supposed to do with their craft, and they sit up there making YouTube videos with little baby car toys sitting on the ground, then you're not serious about your craft. I'm sure the dude has seen these girls before, and he probably was like, the hell, they little jokes. And then, really, come on. Step your game up. But anyway, I digress. So, look, y'all. So, Monie, in the meantime, is at home with Moreland, okay? She's at home with Moreland. Her and Moreland sitting out on the porch with their little Tupperware cups. I'm sure it's full of Hennessy, all right? Because Moreland can drink his ass off, okay? We found that out when they got married. And she's waiting to get a phone call from her lawyer because she's been trying to get her son back. She gets the call from her lawyer, because they're going through a custody battle. She basically wanted to bring the little boy, I think his name is DJ, to Atlanta to live with her because she left Texas because that ass, was messing around, with allegedly with a whole bunch of food stamp fraud and stealing and stuff like that. Plus she wanted to film Little Women in Atlanta. So basically that ass, got the call from the lawyer, and the lawyer was like, look, it ain't gonna happen, Captain. I'm sorry, the judge was not agreeable, and you cannot bring DJ. You lost custody of DJ or whatever. In the best interest of the child, he needs to stay in Texas because that's where he's always grown up at. You know what I'm saying? And that only made sense. And I know that Monie really wanted her son. I'm a mother. I can't even imagine losing custody of my daughter. But at this point, she's 20. So, damn it, custody is lost. Okay, she can go out anytime she wants to and live her best damn life. And ain't nothing I can say about it. But when you got a little young child like that, you want to be able to mother them and everything. Except for Andrea's ass. Because Andrea want her parents to, do it so that she can, whatever. So Monie, of course, is upset. She's crying and everything. And then she meets Miss Juicy for shopping and everything. And she tells Miss Juicy, the next day or a couple of days later that she found out she lost custody of DJ and she'll be leaving. And so, they cried and everything. And I thought that was a real touching scene between Miss Juicy and Monie because we know that they had been ride or die. When they first met each other, things popped off with them. But soon after, they became friends. You know what I'm saying? Tight friends and stuff like that. And so, Miss Monie, I'm sorry that you had to uproot yourself and your husband and go down there, with your son back to Texas. But you know what? It's in the best interest of the child. And I think that that's the best thing for you to do. Y'all, I got to get something in my car to stabilize this phone because my arm hurting like a mofo. I'm feeling like Minnie. So, long to the short, Juicy called left cheek, right cheek on the phone and was like, what y'all bitches doing? Y'all want to, go ahead on and come up here. I got an opportunity for y'all to open the app. And the girl is pregnant again. The one that lost the baby, I can't think of her damn name. I think she left cheek. Or is she right cheek, or is she just like straight up in the middle? Okay. Auntie. Okay. So anyway, Minnie on the phone, Miss Juicy baby is on the phone with them, basically telling them to come up here. She having a little picnic and everything. And she want them to come. But she don't tell the Tiny Twerking Twins or anybody else. But when she was meeting with Money, she was like, Money, I'm going to have a cookout at my house. Why don't you come on and, we'll do that for a going away party for you. But Miss Juicy Baby, in order for you to have that as a going away party and really make that thing about money, that ass would have had to go ahead and tell everybody so they could bring something. Well, Minnie wouldn't have. She just would have brought her fat ass, you know what I'm saying? But at least, okay. So she has them all at the house. And basically, when they at the house, they see left cheek, right cheek walk over, and that's the end of it. Now, here's another insignificant part of it. We see Amanda later on in the episode, right? That ass is sitting there and everything with Jordan. She pulls a chair over to the dresser and she decides that she wants to take her makeup off. And Jordan is sitting on the bed and she tells Jordan, look, bitch, I'm ready to be married. Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you. So she she tells Jordan she's ready to be married. And so Jordan, she was like, and I want to be married in 3 months in August. No, you need airtime. You want us to see all the stuff. This is just part of the script and, all that kind of stuff. Because you ain't popping like that. You don't have money like that. It's just, it ain't, you're not like that. So anyway, Jordan, tries to fake like he doesn't want to be married. And they get, they decided he decides that he's going to go ahead on and get married to her in the next 3 months, which is August, I guess, of last year. I'm calling BS on the game. She crying and everything. Why do you have to cry? You don't have to cry alone, 'cause I'll be right by your side to help you stay strong. Baby, dry your eyes. Okay, y'all know I had to throw a song in there. So basically, her and Jordan gonna go ahead and get married. But the thing about it is, Andrea mad talking about how she gonna get married when we on, our 90-day sabbatical. We on our 90-day. We on our 90-day twerking tour while the parents got the kids. Now they twins, and they, you know what I'm saying? But they got some inner turmoil. Amanda stood back for a long time and let Andrea have all them babies. Like, I'm serious. Like, she was having so many babies. I was like, okay, where is the litter box at this point? And no offense to nobody that got a whole lot of babies, but this girl was having babies by Chris, and Chris wasn't about Jack. Going through all kinds of changes with this man, and you having all these babies, but you got a career that you're trying to pop off, and you continue to have babies, and now that your sister just wants to be married, okay, now you mad at Amanda? How the hell does that work? I mean, somebody make sense to me, because that doesn't make sense to your auntie. But anyway, okay, this the storyline. This is what they're giving us. This is what we got to play off of. Damn it, we're going to play up off of it. But it just doesn't make sense to me at all. Her rationale and her reasoning behind it. It looked like this season is going to be populicious. That it's going to... I'm telling y'all right now, if I wasn't so tired last night, I would have come out and do my review because I was hot. Excuse me, y'all. As a firecracker and ready to do what I had to do. But I was so damn tired last night. After that show, y'all, I will be out here every week and I will be reviewing these Little Women of Atlanta. I've been waiting on these bitches to come back for a whole entire year, and it does not look like this season is going to let me down. It looked like this was mofo worth the wait, and I cannot wait to come out here with y'all. Please like, share this video with your friends and everybody else. Miss Juicy, thank you, baby, so much for reaching out to me and saying, Auntie, are you going to be doing this review again? Are you picking our reviews back up? Hell yeah, Miss Juicy, baby. Miss Juicy, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay? Yes, I will be doing this every week. As long as these little bitches show up, I'm showing up too. And hopefully I'll be able to do them like right after the show. I won't be so damn tired. And I'll be able to do them after the show. If not, hey, I'll do them from the car. I'll do them from afar. I'll do these damn reviews near. Okay? And I'll do these damn reviews far. I got to do what I got to do to make sure that y'all hear. Thank you, Miss Juicy Baby, again for shouting me out on Instagram. And welcome to everybody who follows Miss Juicy, all her subscribers and stuff like that. And y'all know, and Miss Juicy knows, I am not partial to Miss Juicy. I will read her ass too, okay? I don't discriminate when a bitch is just, okay, because I'm here to give you the tea, the whole tea, and nothing but the tea. Whether it spills out, pours out, or whether I got a hole in the cup, bitch, you better guarantee that Auntie will be bringing you the reviews every week of the little